Okay guys, just resuming creating the isometric circle. What I'm going to recap, just recapping, we have A, B, C and D. What I'm about to do is bisect the distance between D and C, and I've done that here, found a halfway, and I've pulled down my line. Now I'm going to bisect the distance between B and C and find a halfway and then connect them. So let's go about doing this. Here, well, that didn't connect properly, so let me give it a try again. That's the halfway line there between C and D. Now we have our X. That's created. So we have 4 squares within our square here. Obviously it's an isometric square, but then it's divided into 4 squares, all equal. Now, next thing we're going to do, the next step is to bring a line from D through to B. The reason why we actually connecting the longest points, which is point D and B. That's the longest distance. Not A and C, no. D and B. And that line must also go through the center line. Right? Drawing that line nice and heavy so that you guys at home can see that. Now the next steps are going to be fairly easy. Now we have our midpoints. I put a half point and I put a half there so you can see. What's the next step? The next step is from A to a midpoint, right? And then from a midpoint to C, all parallel. So let me do this so you guys at home can see how I'm doing it. A to this midpoint is my first step. I'm going to put my other set square here, and I'm going to chop this. And I'm going to chop this, and I'm supposed to be, I just had to put properly, so let me go again. Get to that midpoint, and then we go from C to the below midpoint. So now we have everything set to do the isometric circle. This creates some new points inside. Let me highlight the new point. This is a point here. This is our first point. That's point 1. And opposite of point 1 is point 2. So I'm just going to highlight point 2. Point 1 and point 2 always sit opposite each other. Point 3 and point 4, the same thing, sit opposite each other. Point 3 would take an A, and point 4 would be at C, opposite each other. So let me go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now, this is where we are going to start plotting. Can I get a sharper compass, someone? Thank you. So what we're going to do is we're going to start point 1. That's where we start. And then I'm going to open it to the halfway mark. Right here. That's on the line CD. Once I stop here, I'm then going to create my arc. So that's my first arc. And like I said, point 1 and point 2 are opposite each other, so you don't have to change or adjust the compass. Just start point 2 and do the same thing and create that arc down there. Right? So 1 and 2 are opposite each other. Now we go to point 3. Start point 3. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to open up point 3 and start connecting it. I'm going to connect point 3 to where point 2 ended off, or to where point 1 ended off. It doesn't matter. Both the same points. and both do the same job. And then we draw a nice smooth arc connecting point 1 and point 2. You see, with a point 3 in here. Now, like I said, point 3 and point 4 sit opposite each other, so we do the same thing at point 4, and that is how we get this smooth arc. And what have we created? We have just created the isometric circle within an isometric square. So let me just highlight what I've done.
When you get a glass in here.
So this is an isometric circle. And what dimensions we use? We use 10 by 10. So this is 10, and that's 10 millimeters? No, 10 centimeters. 10 centimeters by 10 centimeters. Alright, and that's how we've created that. So just to go through, create the 10 by 10 using your 60-30 set square. Second, bisect. So we bisect in BC, and we bisect in AB. So AB and CD. So we find our center point, which is here.
Alright.
Next thing, we bring a line through the longest point. So we bring a line through D to B. Once we have done that, then we connect from A to the halfway point above, and from the below halfway point to C. And these lines should be parallel lines. So I'm just going to indicate that these are parallel lines. So A to the halfway point is also parallel as from the halfway point below up to point C. As if you can see what I'm saying here. Halfway point. Then points 1, points 2, and points 3 are actually then created. But points 1 is created and point 2 are created. Points 3 and point 4 always were there. Stab the compass at point 1 and open it to the halfway mark, and we create an arc. Once the arc is created, before adjusting the compass, we go to point 2 and do the same thing. Then we move on to point 3, continue, open up to where the arc left off, and join points 1 arc to points 2 arc. And then we do the same thing at point 4. Join points 1 arc on the below side to points 2 arc on the below side. And that's how you get your full isometric circle. I hope that was easy and you guys understood that. Okay, thank you.